Welcome to video 16. The next step is to add functionality so that our products can be sorted into categories. So I'm going to work with m_products.php, and we're going to modify the createProductTable method from earlier. And rather than simply having a comment here, I'm going to add in some code. So we're going to create a new method called getInCategory, which is going to return an array of products from a specific category. And I'm going to add that right below our get method. So it's going to be a public function, getInCategory. And I'll add some documentation here. It's going to retrieve it'll retrieve product information for all products in a specific category. So it's going to have one parameter, which is going to be an int, and it's going to return a string. So within this method, we're going to do data equals array, and we're going to need to do a prepared statement to grab the bits of information that we need. And we want to select the ID, name, price, and image from this DB table, where category ID equals question mark, and we want to order by the name. And as usual, we're going to go statement bind param, and we're expecting an int. I'm going to execute that prepared statement, store the results, and then bind the results in variables. So we're going to bind them in prod ID, prod name, prod price, and prod image. And we'll loop through each of those specific items. So while stmt fetch, so every time this loops, it's getting a new row. And we can add to our data array, so equals array. So ID is prod ID. Name is prod name. Price is prod price. And finally, image is prod image. There we go. And then after the while statement, we can close that statement like so, and then we return the data. So that should return us an array of all the different items in this specific category. So that's the first step in the process. Let's go ahead and quickly test this. So let's go back to our index page. Let's comment out this getProducts line. Let's paste in what I just copied, and I'm going to say getting I want products. And rather than setting category, I'm just going to say all products in category, let's say category 2. So I'll save that. Let's refresh the page and see if the results from our all products changes. Well, actually that's working properly. Not quite what I expected, but yes, this does return an array. So let me tweak it so we can actually see that array. So echo pre, print our products, and exit. There we go. So you'll notice these are all the items that are within this specific category. Now that we know that functionality is working properly, let's modify our index.php file to add support for categories. So let's start by removing our testing code. Like so. And I'm going to add some line breaks here. We'll be copying and pasting from this code, but let's start out fresh up at the top of the file. So the first thing we need to do is we need to check if is set, and we want to check to see if the ID variable in the URL is set. So if it is, and if it's also numeric, then we know that we need to get the products from the specific category. Otherwise, so an else, we need to get all products. In that case, that's when we do the items below. So we still need to get our category nav, we still need to get our products, and we still need to load our view. So let me go ahead and delete all of this. There we go. Now, to get products from a specific category, the first thing that we need to check once we're within this and we know that the ID variable is set is we need to make sure that the category name or the category ID that's being passed in is valid. So to do that, we're going to use get categories with a get ID. And if that category is not empty, if it's not empty, we know it's a valid category and we should proceed. Otherwise, we know that someone, either there's a mistake or someone was trying to enter in IDs that aren't actually valid into the URL. In that case, if the category isn't valid, then let's redirect. And we'll just redirect them back to the home page. Like so. Now, if the category is valid, let's create a category nav. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, because that will be needed by our page. Let's get all products from that category. So I'll create a cat products variable equals products, create product table. And we want 4 columns in this table, and we're going to pass in the ID value because we know it's valid, and that ID value is the ID of the category that we want to get. And then if the cat products is not empty, we know we need to have some products to display. Otherwise, we know there aren't any products in that category. We want to set data, and we're going to set the products item to a string. In this case, I'm just going to use a list item, which is going to say no products exist in this category. Like so. And then after all this completes, then we need to load our home page again. And the only difference here is that rather than saying welcome, I want to pass in the category name that the person's viewing. And the category name is returned in this category variable. So I can say category, category name, like so. And that'll insert it into the title of the page. And as a last step here, we also need to do a template set data if there are products to view. And this time we're going to pass in cat products, like so. So got this file saved. Let's preview this, catch any bugs. So let's go to clothing. Looks like I misspelled something on 29. There we go. So in the clothing category, it looks like no products exist in this category, so that's correct. Electronics, it's displaying electronics correctly, and toys is displaying toys correctly. So that's pretty good. The last item that I wanted to do is I need to change this navigation to reflect whatever is the currently active nav item. So within this Get Category Nav section, let's go ahead and modify the Create Category Nav page. Rather than using home, we want to pass in the category name. Like that. Let's refresh. And you'll notice now we have a working navigation that properly reflects whatever category we're viewing.